What is up, you guys? It is Maddie here, and today I'm bringing you the start of a brand new series called the Star Wars Battlefront 3 Wishlist. Basically, this is a huge wish list made by the entire community of who else wants Star Wars Battlefront 3. It's a Facebook page with over 40,000 likes. It's in the description. If you haven't liked it, go ahead and do that. And basically, I made a deal with this guy. You know, as long as he keeps posting my Battlefront 3 videos on his page, I will try to spread the awareness as much as I can in return. So basically, I'm putting their wish lists out there. So if a developer does happen to pick up Star Wars Battlefront 3, I will have the whole wish list up over the next course of the next few weeks. So we have like basic requests, advanced requests, maps and vehicles, multiplayer modes, all that stuff. But we're going to start off with the basic requests, and let's just hop right into it. Number one, the ability to pick up weapons fallen on the battlefield. This is pretty simple, something that we really need. Obviously in Battlefront 2, when you're walking around, you're really running low on ammo. You just go near, like an ammo bot, and it replaces your ammo fairly quick. But I feel like, it should, if they do make a Battlefront 3, that it should catch up with the current generation of shooters with the picking up of weapons and whatnot, where you could pick up other people's customized weapons. Like I said, these are basic requests that they're basically improvements upon the Star Wars Battlefront 2. So they're going to be very simple, but stick around because these advanced requests are huge, and so are some of these modes. I write it. This is like easily 3 pages long of straight requests. It's ridiculous. Next is the ability to lie down like in Battlefront 1. I always wondered why they took that out. I thought going prone, even though it was clunky in Battlefront 1, it was very helpful. I did use it quite a bit. When I was a sniper, I'd lay down on the top of a building or something, and I always did that, and I'd like to see them bring that back. Obviously, with like updated animations and everything, they can make it a little more smooth, the transition from standing to laying down. Like when you do it in Battlefront 3, you have to like be running, then you'll like crouch, and then you'll be slow walking, and then you'll just clunkily lay down. So obviously with the technology they have, this can be much smoother transition, but I like that ability, obviously. Next is the ability to melee enemies. Now, see, this is cool because I was thinking to myself, like, for the Republic soldiers, like, if any of you played Star Wars Battlefront, or Star Wars Republic Commando, I mean, if you're, for example, playing on the classic Xbox and you press B and he, like, shoots that knife out of his wrist and, like, stabs him in the face, I thought that'd be sick to have as, like, a common melee for all clone troopers. Maybe like an assassination move. If you're behind, you can like stab them in the side of their neck or whatever, something like that. I'd really like to see a melee system though, not one that kills instantly. I feel that's too abused. I like how Battlefield does it, where it's a multi-knife thing. That's what I like. I don't like the insta-kill like in Call of Duty, where your knife, if like the hit detection gets wonky, you can knife a guy from a mile away and still kill him. I don't like that. I feel that melee attack should be like, shotgun shot, you take away 75% of his health and you hit him with your melee, and that's like another 25%. So that's what I think they should do with the melee. Next is, depending on how you fought and you took a part in the battle, your armor should look as like battle worn in the next battle. I thought this would be cool for like multiplayer. As like the course of the battle goes on, you can see that cosmetic change over time, like dirt on a clone trooper's helmet, cracks in his visor, something like that, stuff like that. I think that's a cool idea. Next is a choice between first and third person, very similar to the previous 2 Battlefronts where you could play in first person and third person, but don't make it look weird. Obviously first person's not easy to screw up. You gotta be an idiot to screw up making a first-person view look weird. But, a lot of third-person games, they'll have it really zoomed in, like, shoulder up, like, in Metal Gear, or not Metal Gear, wow. Gears of War, I meant to say, I apologize. I don't like that kind of third-person. I like the full body, or, like, knees up. That's what I like in third-person. Next is the repair bots to return. That's pretty simple. Next is maps from previous Battlefront to return. They'll be greatly improved to have more of its movie atmosphere. It should feel and look like the movie. Example given, Utapau should be a whole sinkhole with many levels along the courtship of the sinkhole. Now, what I was thinking is this is a cool idea, but think of Rush in Battlefield, how like as you progress throughout the bomb sites, the map gets bigger and there's different areas to fight along. That's what I'd like to see personally. Like, for different game modes, you have different confined areas. That's why I'm saying, like, DICE should pick this game up. I'll get more into it because a lot of you guys are like, why EA? Why EA? Are you stupid, Maddie? And I'll explain that in the next video when we get into more advanced requests, because it'll make more sense there, and I can have more time to get into it. Next is vehicles to be more like their movie counterparts. For example, the ARC 170 Starfighter has 3 sitting areas, front, middle, back, while in Battlefront 2 it only had 1. I thought this was a cool idea because it could kind of go with the whole teamwork thing. Like when you think of the space battles in Battlefront 2, you know, you can get all your friends into a vehicle and you can fly to the other ship and invade. And obviously it would be more fleshed out than that, but we'll get into that later. And the last basic request is planets and locations from Battlefront 1 and 2 to make an appearance, such as Renvar, Bespin, Dune Sea, and the Yavin 4 arena. Basically, like I said, these are very, very simple requests, and we're going to have more advanced ones as time goes on. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you, you know, agree with these requests, because this is all from the community. Be sure to put what you want to see in Battlefront 3 in the comments down below. If you're new here from the Who Else Wants Battlefront 3 Facebook page, be sure to subscribe. I'm going to be posting tons of Star Wars Battlefront 3 content over the course of the next few months, so you should definitely stick around for that. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a thumbs up, post a comment on what you want to see in Battlefront 3. Other than that, stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.